in damage, in fact, a lot better than most assault rifles. For close range, insanely powerful gun. What are you just messed up, dude? That's why you don't use the Steyr Scout unless you're cracked like me at this video game. Watch this. Are you serious? So hello gamers and welcome back to another video. So today I'm going to be showing you the best new gun to pre-buy in every single category in Phantom Forces. Recently there's been a pretty big update to the game, so I wanted to talk about what guns are very good in this current state of the game. So make sure to like and subscribe if you're new. Please actually check if you're subscribed down below, and let's go for 1,000 likes on this video. And for assault rifle, this is going to be a pretty crazy pick because this gun was already really good, but it actually got a buff pretty recently, and that's the AUG A3. The AUG A3 has 720 RPM in 3 to 5 shot now and is extremely accurate. In fact, this is kind of like a SCAR L 9mm with better velocity and damage over range. Very similar RPM. It reloads a bit slower and it doesn't have as many bullets. So overall, the SCAR L 9mm might be a little bit better, but that's very debatable. And SCAR L is already a rank 16 gun, so I don't really recommend you pre-buy it because it's not really worth pre-buying. It's too low of a rank. But if you want an insanely good all-range gun with high velocity, penetration, good long-range damage, this is overall a better gun than the SCAR L 9mm because it functions better over range. This gun was really good already, so the fact that it got like another 2 close range damage, allowing it to 3 shot to the body, made it a lot better. So yeah, our next gun is going to be the battle rifle category, and now I'd actually give it to the AG3. This doesn't have a setup on it because this is not really the class that I use for the AG3, but the AG3 is really powerful now, and also it's very loud. Let me get an ARS on this. Different setup than normal. Let's try this. Ooh, that's pretty good. A while back, the AG3 got a faster reload as well as better RPM. Now it's an insanely good, obviously not quite as good as it used to be before its nerf, but really powerful, really high damage, and very consistent recoil battle rifle that's great for all ranges. And honestly, I don't know why more people are not using it. The recoil's a bit weird, at least camera-wise, but like it's very accurate. Actually, like even though this is a suppressor, it's very accurate. Like, it's an insanely accurate gun for a battle rifle dealing this much damage. I really recommend it for pretty much any range. Not the best RPM, but like, doesn't really matter because it does a ton of close range damage, and it falls off a little bit harder than it used to, of course, because it used to do 35 min damage, which was way too much. But now it actually has pretty good damage overall, a very good headshot multiplier, really good gun overall. Next up, we have carbine, and I'm gonna have a bit of a weird pick for this, and that's the SCAR PDW. And the reason for that, if you already have the gun, which you might, I recommend you pre-buy the 7.62x51mm ammo type because it's basically just the new version of the Type 58 but better. The recoil is very good and the damage is insane for close range. It falls off a bit over range as you would probably expect from a gun of this caliber as a carbine, because a carbine is a pretty small barrel. It's not going to be able to retain its damage as well as something like an assault rifle or DMR or something, but it does 50 to the torso in close range, so it can actually 2-shot torso, and it does 45 limbs, which is really good as well. And for that, the recoil is not bad at all. So I really recommend this, and if you already have it, pre-buy the conversion. It's very good. Next up, we have shotgun, and this is going to be the Saiga 12, and that's because basically, you know, there's a few guns getting rebalanced, but the Saiga 12 is still insane. This is pretty much the best shotgun in the game. You could also pre-buy the Stevens, and the Stevens is getting some cool new ammo types. Same with the DT11, so you could do that. But if you're going for a close-range shotgun that's going to destroy people, I just recommend this gun. It's actually insane how far you can kill with birdshot with this thing. It's a little bit too much, I'm not gonna lie. It's crazy how I can actually just run this thing on Desert Storm and still do okay. It's a Saiga 12 with birdshot. It's using an ammo type that makes it suck at range, and I'm using it on a medium long range map, and it can still kill very far. 34 studs with birdshot, like, that's not super far, but it's a semi-automatic shotgun with a lot more RPM than I'm currently using for it. So yeah, do I recommend this gun? Wholeheartedly, yes. But if you really wanted to, you could probably pre-buy a double barrel instead, because Saiga 12, you might get vote kicked for using this thing because it's a little bit too good. I'm not gonna lie. Look at this range. It's requiring follow-up shots, but it should just not even be able to kill at this range because it's doing like 4 damage a pellet. But for some reason, it just goes off. I don't get it. If you want a very powerful shotgun, this is kind of the one for you. And if you're not that good, you can just spam with it as well. For PDW, we actually have the MP5/10, and the reason for this is because not only do I have like 1,400 kills on this from like 2 years ago, it also now does more minimum damage than a G36, which is a little bit crazy. It does a lot of close range damage. The 3-hit kill range is really good. It has 800 RPM and it has a bit of recoil, but I'm gonna be real, it's not too bad. This gun goes insanely hard. If you want just a very powerful PDW with basically assault rifle type in damage, in fact, a lot better than most assault rifles, it is really good. Honestly, this gun might get a nerf in the future because It's crazy. People actually understand the full power of this gun now. And like I said, I got 1,200 kills. I've been using this thing for like 2 years. It's basically the reason that I actually play this game and made my channel is because I actually got back into the game after a while of not playing because of the MP5/10, because it's a very fun, somewhat recoil gun. Like honestly, ARS suppressor was a little bit too good for this. And the Mars sight changes makes this gun feel like it doesn't have that much recoil. It has a bit of recoil, as you can see. Like it's not perfectly accurate or anything, but it's accurate enough, I'm not gonna lie. Reload is fast, the velocity is kind of on the slower side, but for PDW, it's good velocity, doesn't really matter too much, and with 800 RPM, velocity doesn't matter too much. It's only really like tap fire and sniper rifles where the velocity really matters. Then we have LMG, and everyone knows what the answer is going to be here. It is just the hammer, and the reason for that is pretty simple. The hammer is not only insanely powerful, it always has been, but also right now, it's very loud, but very cool because it has a ramp up now. The ramp up is extremely fun. I really recommend the gun now. 5.56 ammo is pretty good, but 9mm kinda does it better in my opinion with the damage nerf, but shoots extremely fast with 9mm. One of the most unique guns in the entire game at this point. I think it's really fun and very powerful. Even if you don't like LMGs, it also has a 30-round magazine, which probably should have a little bit more upside to it. I think it should make it actually ramp up a little bit faster for the default ammo, because ramp up on the 5.56 ammo is a bit slow, I'm not gonna lie. Once it ramps up, completely fine, but the starting RPM is not that great. And we have DMR, and the answer for this one is very simple. It is the TCR. If you thought it was gonna be anything else, I don't think you've ever watched my channel before, and if you haven't watched my channel before, good for you. Now you have. Please subscribe if you're new. But the Beowulf TCR is a gun that I talk about all the time. I don't really need to go over it too much, but yeah, it does a ton of damage. The velocity isn't that great, but it can one-shot, headshot, two-shot body. The recoil is really good, and it's just a very powerful gun. I love it. It's a really good gun. I probably have like 1,500 kills on it, but I keep using it in the test place, on streams, in test place videos, and stuff like that. Because currently I am in the test place, but yeah, I get so many kills with it in the test place, and then I don't actually get to transfer those kills over to the main game. And as you can see, really good. I actually got... This guy is awesome. Like, look at this setup. Powerful all ranges gun. Great in close range because of the one-shot headshot and the two-shot body and the extremely fast RPM and spammability. And we have sniper, and I think, honestly, Steyr Scout, like, come on. Not only is this the Farged, which is, you know, the best gun in the entire game, even if you don't have the Farged setup on, it's still an insanely powerful gun. Really fast rate of fire, one-shot headshot, all ranges, and it's really good if you can hit your shots. I got pretty cracked with it when I was using it a little bit, but I don't really use it all the time because sometimes, you know, I don't want to be skilled at the game, and this actually requires more skill than you'd initially expect from a sniper rifle. Because snipers in this game, they take some skill, they take more than an automatic gun, but most of them are not going to be necessarily headshot-only sniper rifles, you know? And even the ones that are headshot-only sniper rifles are really quick and do still pretty good body damage, but this one just does absolutely awful body damage with the 5.56 ammo. But I do recommend 5.56 because it's the Farged, and also it's a really powerful gun with 5.56. Then for pistols, we have a gun that will be absolutely insane after the update comes out. Maybe too broken, we'll have to see. And that is the suppressed Makarov. I'm not going to try to say the name for it because it's so hard to pronounce it, but this will actually be able to two-shot to the body and one-shot to the head while having an 80-round extended magazine. You don't get any reserve ammo with this, and it falls off insanely hard. This is only for close range. At 50 studs, this thing is going to do like a quarter of the damage it does normally, but when you're in close range, this just becomes the best gun you've ever used. It also has 8-round mags and 12-round mags, so it really doesn't matter what kind of capacity you want from your gun. I actually really like the 8-round magazine, but yeah, as you can see, it falls off a bit harder at range. I'd say overall, you don't really necessarily need this over something like, if you can control a little bit more recoil, the GI M1, but if you want to have 80 rounds, a one-shot headshot in close range, and an absolutely abysmal damage over longer ranges, then this is a good gun for you. It falls off so hard though. Really fun gun. I really like the changes on it. Maybe too broken. Maybe the one-shot headshot is a bit much, but I guess we'll have to see. Two-shot body is still really good. But then we have the machine pistol category. I'm going to be honest with you guys right now and say that the Scorpion in its current state is maybe the best machine pistol in the entire game. That's because its shotgun conversion, aka rat shot, got a massive buff and can do 60 damage body and 91 head if every pellet hits. Not every pellet is going to hit except for like point blank range, but it doesn't really matter because the gun has 850 RPM. So you don't have to two-shot, but you can, and you actually will in a lot of scenarios. And also, since it's a shotgun, you don't really have to aim. This guy is actually up here. I'm running muzzle booster on it for some reason, which I don't really recommend. Hold on. Yeah. But yeah, right now, insanely powerful gun. I just love it. It's just super fun to use. and it kind of destroys. Really, really powerful machine pistol. If you want to see a crazy multi-kill with this, check out my second update ranking video. That one is called "This Massive Update Will Change Phantom Forces." Check out that one. It explains why this is broken. And we have the revolver class, and I'm gonna be real, the Rex is still my favorite revolver in the game. You could pre-buy the Executioner, but I'm gonna be real, you might want to check out the Red Hawk 45, and the reason for that, actually it's called the Red Hawk 44. Basically, this has a extremely fast reload time, has a really crazy one-shot kill range, and can 3-shot to the body at any range. It also has pretty good recoil as well. This is without a speed loader that is still extremely quick for a revolver reload time, and being able to 3-shot min is a lot better than most of the other revolvers in the game, which makes this a very powerful gun. I'm not going to say it's the best gun in the entire game or anything. If you can hit your headshots with it, this is probably going to be better than something like the suppressed Makarov or anything else because of the headshot killing range. It makes it really good. I just headshot you and you didn't die. That's messed up. What's better than having a semi-auto shotgun primary? Probably a secondary version of it, because I forgot to put the extended mag on this, but yes, it has a 5-round magazine. In close range, it actually does the same damage as the Saiga 12. It falls off quite a bit harder, but it's a close range semi-auto shotgun, so does it really matter? Not as much as you think. And it has the same fire rate as the Saiga 12 as well. So if you want a secondary Saiga 12, use this gun. It's incredible. It doesn't one-shot quite as far as the Saiga 12, but you don't have to rely on it as much as the Saiga because it's a secondary. Just use your primary weapon if you can't hit those one-taps, you know? So between the two, I actually do recommend the Saiga 12 over the Saiga 12, and the reason for that is basically you can run whatever other gun you want and still have a Saiga, which is really, really good. Honestly, I feel like this gun is a little bit too powerful. Like, it just doesn't make any sense why this does more damage than the Super Shorty, which is a really, really slow firing in comparison gun. Bonk. What? That guy's invincible, dude. Yeah, it falls off harder over range, but for close range, insanely powerful gun. What are you just messed up, dude? That's why you don't use the Steyr Scout unless you're cracked like me at this video game. Watch this. Are you serious? After getting killed by the 50 BMG Saiga, I think I'm gonna have to probably delete my channel. So if you guys did enjoy, make sure to like and subscribe. I will be making more videos in the future. Yes, I've been doing that for like 2 years. So why am I saying that? I don't know. Ooh, spawned in. Yeah, see you guys in the next one. Goodbye. Have a nice day.